So we're in our final quarterfinal. And I said at the start of the third quarterfinal that get ready for the sets to be super, super close and really long games. I was super wrong on that. I'm going to restate it again, though. I think that we're going to start to have some really long sets. I think we're getting to the caliber of player, but getting to the stage of the tournament where the petard craziness is going to subside. Players are going to take very low risks, and players are going to make it difficult for the opponent to beat them. And so... I even think the map draft has been that here. Like, between Sebastian and Lewis. We don't have Wellsprings. We don't have any of these maps where a lot of the crazy highlights have happened, like Ikare. So, yeah, we got Britons for Sebastian here on Hideout, which hasn't been played very much this tournament. And then we have the Spanish for Lewis. Now, Lewis... Someone just asked me who's the favorite, right? And I think if this was standard settings where you could build multiple TCs and adapt and do a lot more, I think Sebastian maybe 3-0 or 3-1. I think Sebastian's arguably... No, he's not even arguably. He's definitely top 10 right now in the world, right? But in sudden death settings, those advantages with the additional TCs and the transitions you have to go for, all these essentially more decisions you have to consider are out the window. And so... And then you combine that with the fact that Lewis is generally really hard to break and really solid. I think that really ups the chances for Lewis here. And I could see Lewis winning the series. I mean, the way he played against Barrows, he just played impossible to be broken game plan, and it worked out. So now he's gone for Spanish. Normally, Spanish are going to play Conquistadors. I don't know how easy that is against the Britons. I think it's a decent game plan here for Sebastian to just play in towards crossbowmen with the extra range. But some of the bonuses the Britons have, like the cheap town centers, are not available now. And so you can't gain the eco lead that you would normally go for. So I'm going to lead towards Sebastian, maybe something like 3-2. But once Lewis beat Barrows, and with the way he played, I definitely was feeling like he could definitely beat Sebastian in sudden death. Gold's a little bit forward. And chat is so troll today. Okay, I'm going to add the perspective for YouTube. So YouTube, we played this game, okay? We called this grid. We played this grid game. And one of the categories was we had to select a civilization icon that had red, white, and blue in it, okay? Now, I want you to look at the Spanish logo at the top and tell me what colors you see, okay? Look at the Spanish logo, not Lewis's flag, the Spanish logo. There is yellow, there is white, and there is red. People are claiming there's blue and that the door on that castle is blue. That is the biggest load of crap ever. There is no way anyone looks at that and says there's blue in there, okay? But apparently, according to that game, there's blue. Like, yeah, okay. I can't zoom in on it anymore. There's not blue in there, dude. It's just black. Or gray or something. There's no way that's clearly blue. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, it is a literal tiny load of crap in there. It's not blue. It's a fun game, but for whatever reason that has bothered me. Sebastian on the way to feudal age here, and he's on gold already, so he might be thinking about archers. His scout is over here right now, and so he's not going to go fast castle. Probably opt for archers. Lewis seemingly opening with a fast castle here. No, you know what he's doing? He's going, well, no, he actually was going to go feudal, and then he's adding another vill. So now I'm not too sure, but I actually do not hate going up on 22 vills. It's not common, but you have a slightly healthier eco. You can get your eco upgrades, and you can adapt. If anything, it's ever so slightly risky to go the whole way and try and go fast castle here if you can be pressured. And the pressure's coming. 3 villagers from Sebastian. And this is what it's going to be today. Sebastian being aggressive. Lewis being a little bit more defensive. Sebastian has 0 on food right now. So he's pulling all of his vills over to wood to get that wood as quickly as possible. That gold spot for Lewis is going to be really tough to lock down. And he still hasn't clicked up the feudal age, and now Sebastian's up building the archery range. If Sebastian just pressures this gate area and keeps moving through, Lewis will be off of gold. T90, do these civs have a vertical mill? Well, we don't have a mill yet for Sebastian. I guess we'll see. That was one of the other categories. Do you guys like it when I play that game on stream? I'm still not fully convinced I like it yet. Just a couple categories actually bother me. It's good for killing some time, I think. All right, looks like you guys enjoy it. It's fine. This is crazy, though. You're making the tower and you don't even know the gold is there. What a gift. And Lewis will have to queue up Loom. Lewis's scout is around the other way. Villagers will probably be pulled to just attack the gate here in a second, and the first couple archers are out. Sebastian is not on stone, so he can't make more towers. So if Lewis is able to build the defensive tower really quick, he could still probably hold on to this gold, but I think he is just going to miss out on the timing here. Still 30 seconds away from the next age. Has to remember he doesn't have Loom here. Yeah, that's where Sebastian's like, oh, thank goodness. Like, I'm denying him. I'm pushing him off of gold immediately. And Lewis, no Loom. Lewis a little casual about it, but we'll move away. When Sebastian also sees the berries are there, Lewis queues up Loom. Lewis under pressure here. Obviously aiming for the fast castle. He'll drop the blacksmith. He could also drop the market in a similar position. And that's not bad. Sebastian is now shifting to stone for more towers here in a second. And Lewis is going to send everything on the back to stone and wait for a castle here. I just don't know. Like, he hasn't completed his blacksmith yet. I'm sure he will. This is an awkward spot to be in right now, man. This is where I wonder if it's worth it for Sebastian to just stay and break through the blacksmith or the market. So many people will move away from here. But I wonder, what if you stay and just keep battering that down? What are the odds you get through in time? Lewis will click up the castle. So, high risk, high reward, but pretty common for hideout. Lewis hasn't lost any vills. It's all right for him. It's not too bad. The goal is to get to Conquistadors. We'll see if he gets there. Nice shot from Sebastian, though. He's got 6 farms already. He's also taking his berries. Not easy to have a good eco on the back of all this. And Sebastian will have to consider breaking through somewhere else now. Still doesn't have fletching, and he's going to batter away at the house. But these are 3 villagers that haven't been collecting any resources, and Sebastian's not through. So I think Sebastian's going to want another tower here in a second. But something to consider long-term here is a big, massive stone wall right here, just to prevent Lewis's conks from coming through. It feels inevitable that Lewis will get to Conquistadors. You just don't want him knocking on your door, right? So that's an option for Sebastian, potentially. See how casual Lewis is in defense? I love the confidence there. And Sebastian, a little distracted. Archer goes down to the TC. And there's another tower. And fletching's on the way now. And again, though, Sebastian is... I don't know what's happening here. That's 2 archers down to the town center fire. That's very unlike him. Nothing else was happening, so that's just him going back home. Balancing out his eco, maybe. We have another person here today saying T90. There's someone with a T90 official Pilgrim's Diplo game in lobby. Okay, if you remind me... After this game, I'm going to join that lobby and talk to my imposter. Apparently, my imposter's going crazy with the lobbies today. You're not the first person to bring that up, actually. You're the second person to bring up that guy. That's not me, okay? That's not me. Castle's going to go up. Sebastian's villagers could be trapped here. Lewis only lost 1 villager. Villagers are going to run. Lewis brings the scout now. And Lewis has got to feel very happy with how this has gone. This castle will take down this tower and this tower. He can take his gold again. Somewhat, anyways. There's no wall from Sebastian. I think if he brings 2 conks right now, Lewis should be able to kill these vills. And Sebastian sees it, understands what's about to happen, so we'll drop some houses to block the space. But yeah, those vills are not making it home, man. If these villagers make it home, that person hosting the T90 official Diplo game is better than me. It's just not possible, right? That's not possible. That villager should die to the scout. This villager here is getting chased by a conquistador. And so Sebastian set out to be aggressive here. He'll simply lose his villagers. That tower is still standing. Maybe that tower plays a role. But well played here from Lewis. Sebastian won't be broken or anything, but you cannot get an eco lead if you're behind in the eco KD all that easily in these settings, because you can't drop the second town center like you can in other game modes. So now you wanted to play archers, but your archer range is on the front. You can't play second TC. It almost feels like he'll go to stone and plan for his own castle, but he's pretty far away from getting that castle. So I really don't like Sebastian's position. A lot of players try and be really aggressive here. This is where I expect Lewis just to chill. Get the relics. Already has a monk on the way. The scout's been a very important aspect here, just to see those relics. Does see this one. Doesn't see any of the ones in the north, but odds are he's going to get there. And conquistadors busting through the wall here. Backup market from Sebastian to buy him some space. Wait, fake T90 banned him from the lobby? Matza, you joined? So Matza tried to join the fake Diplo game and got kicked. Oh, Matza, if it makes you feel any better, if the actual T90 would kick you as well. I don't want you TC dropping me, so... That is one thing that he's done that's actually like me, so... Conquistadors will break through the gate. I'm kidding. I would never. Gate's going to go down. Monastery now from Sebastian. He's hoping for a couple monks to hold. I'm curious how Lewis plays this from here, because he's not going to see a lot of resistance. If he runs underneath the TC, I think he wins the game. But that's a big risk, because you could also lose your conks. Thing is, he's not going to lose all of his conks. Yeah, this is some big Lewis energy right here. Big Lewis energy. That's good. That's a good move. I think. Oh, it's a bad move. I'm sorry. See, that's why you don't do it. I thought he would maybe only lose one. And then it's 3 conquistadors against 1 monk, and he's fine. But Sebastian with the quick walls. And Sebastian now can make 1 monk. And that 1 monk can convert the conk, and he's going to have to delete that now. He did kill a vill, and he deletes it. Meanwhile, he's worked down this tower. He's killed the archers. He's back on his gold now. He also brought a villager forward. Well, well played from Sebastian there. He could have lost the game. You see my point, though. If he gets through with 3 conks, everything starts to die. I still think his position is quite strong. But if Sebastian gets to longbows, that's where things start to become problematic. Villager gets sniped. That villager was just building a couple of houses here. And now the villager for Lewis, I don't know what his plan was with this vill, but it's dead now. I'm assuming the plan there was to build a siege workshop, but it just never happened. And castle's on the way here for Sebastian. Not too much Lewis can do about that. He'll see the monks. He'll know he can't get close enough to deny the castle, and longbows are going to be on the way. So now what happens? Resources collected, it's very close. Eco upgrades are slightly ahead for Sebastian. Longbows and monks feels pretty damn good against conquistadors now. Obviously, conquistadors in numbers can kill everything, but he doesn't have many of them. He only has 4 on the front. Now a 5th one's coming forward. I think if Lewis is getting relics, that's good for his long term. He's got the 2nd one on the way already. There's none for Sebastian. That's kind of the nice thing about the conks is they're so fast. They're patrolling the map. He also is protecting this relic. Does he see the other relic? He does not see it. Oh, God. That hurts. Still, though, he has 2. He sees the 3rd. Oh, he sees the 4th, actually. He's getting the 3rd. Yeah, this is good. The Kongs basically have given him the map. That's not bad for him at all. Mass longbow is tough to deal with. And Sebastian knows the Kongs are out there. He'll lose his outpost. Expect a lot more outposting from the players here. Still think it'd be worth it for a very forward wall for both of them, but they need to have the army there to protect. Yo, Bald McKay, welcome. First time chatter and Prime sub. Thank you. Says, been watching since COVID on YouTube. First stream. Sounds drunk when not on 1.5 times speed. Lol. Hey, screw you, dude. That's not my fault. Not my fault that you speed me up, okay? You could watch the VOD later and speed me up. Maybe I am drunk. It's a Friday. I'm kind of feeling like drinking today. I might go get a beer. Not a beer. I'll get like a seltzer or something. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Chat's going to be really... Chat's going to be pumped about that. I feel like they're fighting over the wrong position of the map right now. I guess Sebastian might want to head this way because he knew one of those relics was there, but Lewis found it. Is Lewis going to have all 5 relics? All right, chat. Do you think they have the right settings on? It's rare you see someone get all 5 relics. It's possible they have the settings wrong, and they have it set to relic victory. If doubt was in this game, the settings would definitely be wrong. You're not supposed to be able to win with relic victory. They might not have the right settings. I'm going to assume... Let's see. We got Sebastian and Lewis in the game. I'm going to assume they got it right. But we'll find out in a second. This will be the 5th relic. Or sorry, that's the 4th relic. 5th relic is coming from down here. Okay, so it's about the same time. The thing about monks and longbows is you always have to pay such close attention to it. And if you look away for a second, you're going to lose so much. He's going to lose everything here, guys. He's going to lose everything. Amazing fight for Lewis as he gets his 5th relic. He will jump on top of the longbows. The longbows are trapped. They can't even back away and use their range. It's like someone planted these trees ahead of time for Lewis. Oh, this is sick for Lewis. This should be Lewis's game now. He is just dominated with these conquistadors. He has 5 relics. He is the villager lead. There's no way he can fall behind economically if he's on top of it. But we do have imp for Sebastian. Ooh. And if Sebastian's desperate, maybe we could see a treb cut through the middle in towards that TC. I mean, you also get more range on your longbows when you're in the next stage, too, so... Let's see. Last time I suggested Lewis run underneath the town center, it did not end well for him. I think he will remember that as well and choose not to dive through. Lewis is still moving around the outside. Lots of outposts from both of them. I applauded both of them for doing this in earlier rounds. But Sebastian can't really stay out here freely because he's just going to lose his vills because he doesn't have map control. Is Sebastian the type of player to build trebs and cut through the middle? I don't really think so. Lewis does have an outpost there, so he would see it. Doesn't mean he has an easy answer for it, though. Someone predicts a Brit will win this game. Well played, sir. Nice prediction. That's true. I guess either way you look at it, a Brit will win this game. I didn't even think about that. It's Brits versus the Brit versus the Brit. I guess. What civ would be associated with Uruguay? I don't how close is maybe like Mayan? I don't know, dude. Incas? How close is Peru and Uruguay? I don't know. Chat saying Spanish, Italians. All right, well, I'll take your word for it. Losing those longbows hurt Sebastian so much. If he would have been able to keep that mass alive, he would have been better off. Literally just sitting at home would have been better, but I think he wanted that relic that was in the north. Treb is on the way. Mangonel is on the way. Sebastian is going to research Onager. to cut the trees, and then Trebs to go for the town center. Will this work? I mean, Lewis did build the outpost to know about a potential Treb cut, and a Treb cut takes time, so he would have time to react. But Onager's very fast. And Sebastian has the right idea because he is behind in so many different ways here. He needs to take down the TC, and this is sudden death. Lewis, are you really researching heresy against Britons right now? That's 1,000 gold. Nice snipes. He's going for heresy. I guess maybe he feels like he has the gold to spend, but I think he might need to save the gold for other things. If he's ever out of gold for important technologies, just remember he spent 1,000 gold on heresy. And oh my god, Sebastian's going to cut that way? He's going the long loop-de-loop away from the outpost? Oh, dude. Oh, dude, this will be a legendary game. If he can manage this. Look at Lewis building more outposts, too. They're both wondering what's up. Lewis. He knows it's gotten far too quiet. And he knows that he should win this game from here. He's going to bring the Trebs probably this way for the castle. Which is the more expected play. Now, something that's actually a problem. You can hear the onager super far away. I actually have complained to the devs about it. I think it should be adjusted somewhat, but, you know, it's such a niche thing. Okay, well, obviously, you should maybe hear that one. But he might have been able to hear it when it was over here. You can hear it like 30 tiles away. Does Lewis see that? I think he did. He's at least circling home. No longer thinking about the outside. I mean, if he didn't see that, will he see this? This is a pretty thorough cut here, but now he's got time. Outposts are the most important building in this game mode. Now, that could be a fake, because Sebastian could also just go right through here at any time. Yeah, Lewis definitely sees it now. And he's massing Bombard cannons. And he's bringing the Trebs this way. Unprotected, by the way. Yeah, he sees it. Again, you lose your town center, you're defeated. It's wild that Sebastian actually has everything here. Lewis has everything looking over here. And oh god, no way, no way. You didn't see a damn thing. You didn't see a damn thing. We got onagers, we got Trebs. We got woodline being chopped. We got conquistadors attacking the Trebs. The Trebs went first. This is open now. But the Trebs are exposed. The onagers could still flatten the conks. We got micro from Lewis. And pretty much the only way Sebastian wins this is if he takes down the TC. He's lost his castle. He will lose his Trebs. And he GG's. And nice play from Lewis. This is what I mean. When you remove some of the other aspects of the game, the second, the third TC, some of those transitions, aspects of tech trees, just you have this one town center style. I think Lewis is really almost made for it, and he looked very solid there. Very sorry about the slight speed up. That's my bad. But yeah, it wasn't even close there for Sebastian. And I think in the end, Sebastian's tower rush didn't do enough. It would have been better for him to just go feudal age, make archers at home, and not tower rush than what happened here. The idea of having mass crossbows and the idea of playing longbows was good, but he lost vills in the process, didn't kill very many, and yeah, it didn't work out. And sure, conquistadors are outranged and all that, but Lewis was still able to run in close. So he made it look easy. I would still say salutes to Sebastian for being dead and trying to cut. So salutes there. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't have tried it. Some people would have sat back, played too meta there. So yeah, 4-0 KD for Lewis. And he had more of every resource except wood. It was just a really good macro-oriented game from him. And I expect more of the same. All right. So, game number 2. And we have the shoe. That's nice. We've got the shoe, which I think is a sick pick here. We haven't seen the shoe played a ton. Really like the Italians pick as well for Sebastian. These games could typically go very late, and on this map, you can have a lot more economy than other maps because players can build docks and add fish traps, unlike Arena and Hideout and other maps we'll see. In the northern and the southern tunnel, there's a boar, and sometimes players will come out rather early for them. Seems like that's the play for Sebastian. I've yet to see both players bring a villager at this time for the same boar. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more. I don't know if it has something to do with the way the map is scripted or if you've just been lucky with that. I guess Lewis was maybe thinking of coming to get this. And he's going to look. He's not going to find one. Funnily enough, he'll actually see the palisade foundations. So he'll know that Sebastian took the boar. And just follow the breadcrumbs here, bro. He's getting closer. Getting closer. He's probably like, where is this thing? Okay, now he finds it. Now, he might think that's just the villager. When he sees the scout, yeah, now is when he probably shouldn't have continued to run through here. Why is he still running after it? I think Lewis should maybe have more respect that Sebastian's never going to lose that vill and just takes a couple hits. Nice job from Sebastian. He made that look very easy there. And so now he should have 3 boars because there's 2 boars by your TC and then the one in the tunnel. There is also the boar in the north now. So if Lewis wants to send a vill, he can, but that's just a llama. But yeah, I like the shoe because shoe have an eco bonus that give you a continuous slight economic lead over the opponent. You get food income for chopping wood. You're going to chop a lot of wood long term, especially on this map, because you're going to be needing the wood for the fishing ships. So that should mean he's ahead always in res collected if the eco count is even. But Sebastian does have the cheaper fishing ships. He has some cheaper dock techs, which can help. And lots of discounts. So he does save a lot with the Italians. Jinu says, if you want to support, he says, why sub on Twitch instead of sending some money to you? ? Well, it really just comes down to the user, right? The ideal for me as a content creator is that if someone supports the stream, they get something in return, right? So not having to watch any ads on Twitch, getting all the emotes, having the sub badge, which kind of, credits you for how long you've supported. There's some value there. 70% of it does come towards me. It's not like it's like 50% or anything, which like it can be to some streamers. So it's a pretty solid option. If you don't want to go that route though, like Patreon does technically give a higher split. There's just less rewards there. You could donate, for example. There's maybe receive a little bit more of that. So it just comes down to the user. So it's up to you guys. I will tell you as a content creator, it's motivating to see the sub count, right? Like I don't usually look and say like, how many donos did I get this month? That obviously helps and helps me feed the cats and keeps the lights on and whatnot. But sub count's always good. Give me address. I'll send $10. You can click the donate button below, and that's my address. You guys gonna send me cash? Let's meet. I'll give you a neutral location. I'll be the guy in the gray hoodie. Okay. We'll meet at dusk. Under the street light that is flickering. Okay. Put the money in a brown paper bag and do not make eye contact with me. We'll just walk right past each other, do a quick exchange, and I will still say thank you for the donation. I'll still say it just to make it real. Ooh, is Sebastian about to get lucky? Uh-oh. Lewis. Okay, it's not that bad. That's not that bad. Sebastian's actually just happy to get a bit of HP off the scout there. And no police. Yeah, don't worry. I'll have the police distracted. I'll create a disturbance elsewhere. That way they're not there for the exchange. Okay. So you can tell there's a theme. Sebastian feels like he needs to be aggressive. Sebastian's going to be full YOLO. Lewis is like, I'm not going to move out at all. I'm going to let you take the risks, and I'm going to take the economic lead. Sebastian's bringing villagers forward already, which is way faster than I would have expected. And he does have a Civ. He could just play defensive as well. Towards cheap Castle Age and towards cheap Imp. So here he is with the barracks now. And we've got a couple of Ills heading over to gold. And I just think that scouting is critical now for Lewis. He's got the weaker scout. It's uncomfortable for him to move out. I don't know why his scout is going back here. But I guess he needs to keep it safe. So there you go. I guess it's still scouting. Feudal Age is in for Sebastian. Yeah, that's actually kind of smart. Sebastian's going to look for the scout. Doesn't see the scout. He's going to take these llamas. Says thank you very much for the donation. And Lewis still not scouting any of the front of his base. Does not know there's an archer range coming. It's key for Lewis to have a barracks now. I think he knows with the Feudal Age time something's coming. So, good adaptation to add the barracks anyways. He doesn't have any gold that can freely be taken long term, but you don't really need the gold if you're just going to play skirm defense. Which would be a solid play here. A defense is so important in regular Age of Empires 2, but I really think in sudden death, if you just play defense only, it's very hard to be broken. And a lot of the YOLO all-in plays might not end up working out, and Lewis gets another kill. So now the scout's there for Lewis to scout any adaptations. He knows his opponent's on archer because he caught a glimpse of an archer. He'll have skirmishers here. And he's got the slight eco lead. Not bad. Now, how they manage the fish traps behind this is something to pay attention to. Will they take the berries? Eventually, you need to take these golds, too. So having the map control is huge, but we are a long way from that. Yeah, I know I said another kill, and it was the first kill, but I'm thinking in terms of the series, right? Like, so far in this series, there's been aggression from Sebastian, and Lewis has just been like, yeah, whatever. I'm going to be just in time with whatever I need. Even being kind of cheeky with this scout. Doesn't need to be. Having that scout for later on would be valuable. But no damage done whatsoever from Sebastian. The archer opening probably will not do too much. And Lewis is fish trapping away as more fishing ships. It's looking good for Lewis, guys. And Sebastian has lacked some patience here, man. But, I mean, Sebastian usually, like, applies the pressure, forces a lot of reactions, and then in Castle Age, second and third TC. There's no second and third TC in this game mode. You don't have that option. So usually it's fish boom versus how many vills do you have? Well, you're all going to have this, you're all capped on one TC. So it's fish boom. Outposting here for Sebastian. And he's actually falling back now with his archers because he sees the skirms are out. Love the outposting. And the idea of the stable works really well if Lewis moves out. Is Lewis going to move out? It's boring. It doesn't get people out of their seats. But, you know, I really think Lewis should just chill behind his walls, not move at all, and take no risks from here. And I would be surprised if he ever moves out. I think he will feel with his Civ, with the amount he has on wood, he will dominate here. The Shu are insane. Arbase says, I hate playing against his playstyle. This is what I think. I think how Lewis is playing right now is perfect for min-maxing sudden death. I think this is what the final will be, truthfully. I think we'll see both players, crazy booms, very low risk, big imp battles. Big imp battles. I think it's the safest way to play sudden death. I think we are getting beyond that point where the YOLO stuff will work because we've got very solid players who will always opt eco first. It's like Yo earlier. Yo tried some crazy stuff. And, you know, then if your attack doesn't work, just really struggle, right? Hey, here's the scout. But Lewis is close enough to home. He sees the scout. And he's able to back away. 13 fishing ships for Lewis. He has 10 fish traps. And Sebastian doesn't have a single one. What can Sebastian do here? What? I can't suggest anything Sebastian can do. If Lewis goes double, triple range right now and goes for big army numbers, which I think should be the play because he can't go for the second and third TC, he's going to have crazy army and a crazy imp time. Sebastian's probably going to go like Knights and Siege. But Lewis showing that the winning game plan is to never move out, never scout the opponent's base, never leave your walls, and just add fishing ships. You might not like it, but this is what peak sudden death looks like. And Lewis is surrounded with no scouting, so moving out would be risky, right? So I would say, since you know there's a stable, you might need a unit other than Skirm. I mean, he's opting to max out on fish traps. I would really like a second and third range, and I wouldn't mind Skirm and crossbow combined. Oh, hold on. Sebastian's on stone. Well, okay, he was on stone. He's bringing Vils now. He wants to castle drop Lewis's face. This is how Lewis can lose. If this castle can go up, it actually will range the TC. Lewis is over booming. Like, he's got such a big eco lead. He just needs to have more army than just these skirms. Oh, boy. Okay, he's going to dive for the archers. He's going to see the Vils. He might need to bring his own Vils to stop a castle. Tense times. Tense times. Sebastian's about to be up. Sebastian's about to be up. Castle's going up. Lewis, you got so much army, bro. You got so much eco. But he's spending it on more and more eco. He got too greedy. He's dropping his own castle. He sells his food. He sells his wood. He sells his old baseball cards that he's had since he was 6. Did he get enough stone to build the castle? Both castles will go up. But one castle will be on the town center of the other. Interesting. Okay. So the skirms all die for Lewis. Damn, what a sick play from Sebastian. This is the only way he wins. What a sick play. I wasn't really paying attention because this game was getting so boring. I thought it was over. That was the only way that he could win against this style. If Lewis had like 2 ranges and a little bit more army, he can deny that. But he just added more fish and more fish traps. Sebastian has very little food eco. So this either works or it doesn't, but he's attacking the TC. Lewis needs to repair that. That TC has already lost 800 HP. Lewis is going to remember he has to repair that TC, right? Right? Lewis, there's been a lot of people calling you top 5 in AoE today, and the day before, and the day after that, and the... Oh, that's so painful, bro. Oh my god, I thought this was over. Oh, what a play from Sebastian. Holy... Oh, poor Lewis. I mean, that's going to be tough to shake off. Oh, I mean, we know so much when we're casting, okay? It obviously looks so foolish now. But Sebastian realized, he completely punished the greed. He's like, this guy's never moving out. He's never scouting. He's never taking map control back. And the YOLO castle and 2 petards there to take down an unrepaired town center gets the win. I think... Like, look at the difference in economy as they're on the way to Castle Age. If Lewis doesn't add, like, if he stops here and goes 2 ranges with a couple archers, even adds a spear or 2, he can fight this, win the fight, and the castle doesn't go up, and it's game over. He's 2,000 res ahead, right? But he didn't expect the forward castle. He didn't know it was coming. He didn't have enough to stop it because it was just, he was extending his lead even further, right? So Sebastian gets the win. Sebastian did walk by with petards. I think Lewis should have been repairing his TC, right? Like, Sebastian was always going to go for petards there. Should have been repairing the TC. And then he could have maybe rammed the castle down. But from that position, it was always going to be tough. Sebastian needed that one. Well played, 1-1. Here we go. Game number 3. And we've got everyone's favorite arena. All right? We've got Portuguese for Lewis, one of the top arena picks. Especially in one-town center scenarios. Their Fetorias and Imp can carry games. We've seen some great comebacks because of it. And then we have the Poles for Sebastian. Civ that honestly should be pretty good on arena too, because you are able to bring in 2 resources with 1, which feels much better in a one-town center scenario. Getting that gold trickle from Stone should be a decent bonus for him. Also, lots of farms with full works can lead to some pretty good food eco. Relics are all along the outside. There's very few in the middle. So if anyone's plan here was to go heavy monks, that would actually really hurt their push, because normally you want to build your monastery in the middle. And all right, chat. I'm going to test your game knowledge here. Predict how many foxes will be eaten in this game. They added foxes to the game. They're apparently not supposed to be pushable, but for now they are. And you get 30 gold on each fox, or 35 gold. So here comes Sebastian now, and he's going to try and tame the fox. Every little bit helps in AoE 2, right? And uh-oh. He was using the goat to hold the gate open for the fox, and he's lost the goat. Oh, and now he's going to lose the fox. He's trying to get his goat. Oh, no. Wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth it. 50-50 fight here. Who has the balls? Will any of them bail? It's 1-1. I think Lewis will leave. No, I think Sebastian will leave. Oh, Lewis was like, I'll never leave. Ugh. He takes his goat. Scout HP's the same. He's feeling good about life right now. That was sick. That was some big plays on arena right there. Well, hey, I mean, that's minus 100 food for Sebastian and plus 100 food for Lewis. That's nice. And goat's going to make it home. It's funny because I've done this before, the whole fox pushing thing. And I always tell myself not to put the goat in the gate too early so that doesn't happen. And then no one ever shows up. That's one of the rare instances where you actually lose it. Yes, exhilarating action. So Sebastian has 3 on wood. He's going to build his full work now to take some of these bunnies here. I was kind of wondering if he was going to try Tower Rush and Archers. I've seen that before. I did some practice games. Obviously, I wasn't practicing with Sebastian or Lewis. But, you know, I practiced with some players. I've seen this strat before. I've also seen Portuguese go Towers and Archers. Just in general, lots of Feudal Age plays and 1 TC Arena style is good. Because you have a lot more farms for the fast Imperial Age on the back of it. Okay, hold on. Here's Fox number 1. Lewis is feeling foxy now. And, oh, there's Fox number 2. All right. Notice how he hasn't put the goat in the gate now? He's learned his lessons. The goat's trying to blend in with the wall right now. You notice that? He's like, if I stand here just right, I will blend in with the wall, and they will not notice me, and they will not eat me. I'm so stupid. I take it back. This is Arena's fault. There's nothing wrong with me. This is all Arena's fault. Okay, here we go. Gates open, pushing in the fox. Good stuff. Exciting. But yeah, apparently foxes are not supposed to be pushable, so you're supposed to actually leave to take them. We'll see if there's a fox meta once the foxes are fixed. But they'll each get about 30 gold. There is decay on foxes. So you don't end up getting the full 35 gold. I think it's normally around 32. That looks like it was 31 gold there for Lewis. And you just, yeah, you punch them, and then you instantly get the gold like a Khmer farm. Kind of weird implementation, but I think it's cool how you can change your builds up a little and try some different things here. I don't think Sebastian's actually going for military here. I think this is just fast feudal. Wood upgrade, farm upgrade, for the same reasons I mentioned. It just gives you such a healthy food eco for later in the game. It's kind of nice. Like, You have 2 full works now. He thought about the positioning of those farms with the full works too. So he'll probably start to place his farms here. Lewis is... Ooh, you know what I want Lewis to do? I would love Lewis to try and go, like... Well, he's not doing it now. But I would love Lewis to go even later to the next stage. Play into, like a... Go 28 Vil Dark Age... Fast Imperial Age, Fatoria's defensive castles, and you might not like it, but just defense, defense, defense. I think it was Dragonstar against Combito in the early rounds with Portuguese. It looked really smart. Especially because the relics are so far away here. I guess he doesn't know where they are, but they're pretty tough to get right now. JB, thanks for the 23 months. What's up? Make, thank you for the 3. What's up, Sir Rage a lot? Thanks for the 3 years, man. Yeah, we're hoping to bring in just a couple more mods to help with the channel points, and we don't really... Chat's pretty good here, but it's always good to have more people around. On the Discord as well. So I'll look at the mod submissions. Bring in a couple people at some point. What's better, T90, Fatoria or Relics? Fatoria. Because Fatoria gives you all resources, and it would be more gold income than Relics if you get enough of them, right? I think this is Fox number 3, by the way. And Sebastian has Villager in the middle for some reason, with no loom. Bears are growling, man. Okay, chat, question for you. This obviously looks like a black bear when you look at it on screen, but when you look at the little picture, the avatar photo at the bottom left, what type of bear is that? This is a black bear. What type of bear is there, though? Kind of looks like a brown bear or a grizzly bear. We already know about the polar bear problem. Don't even get me started about what they've done to polar bears. They just painted the grizzly bears white. At least the foxes and the wolves have a little bit of uniqueness to them. Game is literally broken. How are we supposed to grow our community if bear lovers are disrespected like this? My goodness. There's a crane, though. Any craners out there? There's a crane. That's cool. Scouts out here pushing in a fox for Lewis. He's getting his upgrades. He is on the way to Castle Age. He does not see the action from Sebastian in the middle. Don't know why Sebastian came out here. Maybe just having some buildings in the middle helps with some vision and discourages Lewis from moving out. Or maybe he really just wanted the fox. He actually didn't mine any gold, so I think he went out there to get the fox. He'll be in Castle Age at a very similar time, but not really a similar time, actually. 90 seconds later. Can someone think of the logic in why Lewis is spacing his houses as he has here? Maybe just for a bit more vision? It feels like he's got space for another house in the middle. Aesthetic effect. I've never seen people do that before. It does look very nice. If I were a noob, I would be building towers between each one and have slightly different spacing. It looks very nice. I like to mention this like a couple times a year just to bother certain people. So as you can see, the houses are all facing different directions. A lot of people think that that is not something you can control, but actually, if you press the house hotkey multiple times, it will change the direction the house is facing. So some people who have really bad OCD are going to be bothered by that information. You can actually change the direction of your houses to make them all face the same way. So have fun with that. Oh, also, guess what? If you advance to the next age, some of them change directions and ruin all of the similarities. So you're going to spend time trying to make your houses look perfect, and then you'll hit Castle Age, and they go different directions again. It's really not going to be fun. That would be a good thing for a video. It's like 10 things about AoE 2 that bothers me, but is really not a big deal. Oh, dude, I could do more than 10. I could do 150. It's the small things that really bother you more sometimes. Just like, I don't know, not bringing a scout home and not healing it up. Normally, players are doing that. Sebastian could have saved that weak scout. And Lewis didn't know that there were more scouts out, and he loses his monk. So, pretty even trade. Lewis knows now. He's on double monastery right now. And he should be able to see that scout. And he will convert away. Sebastian adding more full works now. Food count's going to be crazy, but he's actually struggling a little bit right now to keep the TC running. Obviously, both players hoping to get relics right now, but it's key. Lewis only has one scout. So Lewis needs to heal that up every time. 2 of these relics are pretty easy snags for Sebastian, though. I would kind of guess that he's going to get that one. Lewis brought one in his base, dropped it off for another monk, and is going to move out around the outside. Light Cav's on the way now for Sebastian. What are other really tiny, insignificant things that can be annoying in this game? Oh, what a find from Sebastian. What a find. Nice snipe. That's really difficult to find. You guys are helping me with a video that I'm going to say I'm going to do, and I'm never going to do it. I have quite a few of those. Fox noises? Yeah, fox noises they'll probably fix, though. They're pretty obnoxious. I'll think on it a little bit more. I feel as though the house thing was very specific. I like that one. If we could think of more along those lines. Guys, I'm thinking, why when the opponent is one of the best food eco and scout civs in the game, has Lewis gone for double monastery here? I don't love the call. I would have felt like going organ guns, going spears and monks would have been good. But like, everyone and their mother knew this was going to be light cav for Sebastian, right? Like, I don't know how knowledgeable your mother is, but I would assume that it's, you read the tech tree, you figure that one out. Another monk goes down, light cap back away, and that's another monk down, and just, I guess Lewis is going to head towards Imp, and that's his win condition now, but the monk investment hasn't necessarily done enough. I think Sebastian will be happy with how this has gone so far, but he also knows he has to kill fast. Because like we said, Fatorias could definitely beat the relics in the long run. I like the walls behind from Lewis, in case there's any pressure, and he's got the correct call that there will be eventually. Scout is also still alive, so he's keeping Sebastian working here. I think Sebastian will get this relic, but it's at least made him work hard for it. This could be where Sebastian sends more to stone to think about a castle. But he might need to switch out of light cav. If you're going to switch out of light cav, it would probably be to range units here. So skirmisher, arbalest. But will he be able to kill Lewis? Lewis has lots of free spacing back here for Fatorias. I would like, at least for me, to build the Fatorias super far in the corner. That's a long walking distance. He probably won't do that, but it would just look nice. This feels like this was made for Fatorias. Only 4 kills in this game. Lewis should probably stop making monks now, but they might get more value later on. Blocking from Sebastian on the scouts. It's super weak. Okay, yeah, the monks are standing between the houses, so that might be why he built them like that. And okay, light cav conversion, not bad. Worth it. Still not really sure what the plan is going to be for Sebastian. Well, Sebastian needs to kill quick here, man. And Lewis doesn't need to move out at all, by the way. There's no incentive for Lewis to move out. If he can get 4 Fatorias back there and hold with Bombard cannons behind walls, this is Legend of I Sit territory, man. Do not move out. Take no risks whatsoever. Here comes Sebastian. No Loom. Loom is in queue after Imperial Age, but he should be able to kill the Black Bear and get his castle down. Lewis does not see the castle foundation, which is really important. I imagine he is going to get chemistry anyways, but he won't make a Treb right away. Because if he could make a Treb right now, this would be sick. But he doesn't know the castle's there. Damn, information is everything in this game. One Treb and he's just freely Trebbing that castle. He doesn't see it. He doesn't have a clue. Faitoria number 1. Everyone ready for the drums? I don't know where the drums are, but ready? Wait for it. There's the Faitoria sound. That's what everyone thinks when they see this building. They think, oh yeah, drums. Okay, Lewis sees the castle. Now he's making his Treb. Both players getting chemistry. Both players thinking Bombard cannons. This takes 20 pop space away from you. It brings you a trickle of all resources, but... What is it now? 350 stone? 350 gold? It's changed over the years. They also took off HP because of being really strong on water maps. The point is it takes time for that investment to pay off. Lewis, 1 Siege Workshop making Bombard cannons. Sebastian, 2 Siege Workshops making Bombard cannons. Sebastian, please build a wall in front of your Treb. Nobody's doing it. I have a follow-up video coming on that soon, I hope. Please make a wall in front of your Treb. Just one. He's focused. He's repairing the Treb. He's still not building a wall in front of his Treb. But it'll be mainly about Bombard cannon soon. Redemption could be an option here for Lewis. But then again, the Light Cav are out for the monks. Trebuchet's been hit. Lewis is running out of stone. He can't mine his stone because his stone is on the front. And his Treb can't be repaired easily because it's on the other side of the castle. That will be a Treb down. Sebastian is killing so fast right now. Damn. It's wild when you think about how good a situation Lewis was in the previous game. And now you look at this, and Sebastian could be 2-1 up fast. That castle will fall. Castle's down. Lewis is trying to go pikes for the cav. There's not a lot of cav and not a lot of upgrades, but this is so much pressure, and Sebastian could come drop a castle. There's only 1 Faitoria. Micro still has to be perfect for Sebastian. Looks like cav will move around. Does Lewis have redemption yet? Did anyone catch that? I don't think he does. Oh, but he kills a cannon. That gives him some time. Oh, that's a bit risky. Okay, castle's on the way up. It's down. It's down. What are we doing? Oh, God, and now his Bombard cannon goes down. What a flip. Now his monk is dead. No, Sebastian. Okay, deletes that one. There's a lot of pressure here. A lot of things happening. He almost lost 2 castles. Sebastian had him so close there. Like, so close to killing him off. And then he lost those Bombard cannons and lost the castle. Light Cav go in, though. That should be monk kills. He gets all the monks. His castle's still here. He can still make Bombard cannons, but Lewis is still cooking on Faitorias. Lewis is also picking a very nice time to get Loom. He's also dropping some walls here. That's smart from Lewis. And Lewis snipes a Treb. He snipes another Treb. The Light Cav are going to die. His Bombard cannons are still alive. His walls are still here. Lewis can hold. Lewis has no incentive to push and take risks. He should take his time here. I think it's tough for him to go for another Faitoria this very second because you need the gold for it. But Pike Bombard cannon with Siege Engineers is a great call. Portuguese do get Poles do get Siege Engineers, I think. They do, but that's not cheap. Oh, we already got it. Sorry. Yeah, so they both have 13 range now. Taking down the monasteries is really nice because Lewis could have always opted for some monks. All right, well, it's Bombard Cannon War. Lewis has had the better engagement so far. Lewis builds a castle back here. If he can get to Arquebus, which costs a lot of food, but if he can get to Arquebus, he has the better Bombard Cannon Civ. Keep in mind, no stone income for Lewis beyond the Feitoria. There is stone being mined for Sebastian. Sebastian has full map control. Sebastian is untouched at home, which in theory should help him, but I mean, he has even abandoned a lot of his eco. It's pretty much wood and gold for both. Bombard Cannon War. There's this old game mode I spent way too much time playing. I also once beat Viper in a best of 3 and he got very salty. It's called Dodgeball. Yeah, that's right, Viper. I will never forget that. You should have never played me in it. And it's quite fun. Basically, you just control your Bombard Cannon and you try and kill someone else's Bombard Cannon. And you play it on fast speed with Mongols. Good times. We used to play it for hours. That's what this feels like right now. Only it's not 1 each time, obviously. It's 6, which is way different. If you remind me, I have a funny story about that, which I haven't told in a while. But, I think we should probably refrain from getting into stories right now. This is Lewis fighting for his life. But he's getting Arquebus now. That's a crazy upgrade. And I think Sebastian will notice it after he loses a unit. And then he will have to adapt his micro. But that first shot with it is where it can have its effect. Yeah, see now he immediately changes how he micros? He tries to anyways. But now the Bombard Cannons for Lewis have ballistics, man. It's the first time the ballistics upgrade actually makes sense. Because the ballistics upgrade has a cannon on it, and it doesn't affect cannons unless with Portuguese. Thank you to the original devs for that confusing detail. I don't think Lewis can lose now. It's a Bombard Cannon War with Lewis having Feitoria and the superior Bombard Cannons. I don't see a way Lewis loses. I think Sebastian, the reason he forced the issue with his castle was because he knew he needed to kill fast. Look at that shot. That's Arquebus for you. I don't think Lewis can lose. Really smart from Lewis as well to wall this up. Immediately walls this back up. You can take down the siege workshops too. Yeah, I think Sebastian has to be thinking crazy scenarios where he can take down the TC now and nothing else. Ooh, nice attack round there. A Lycav, you don't really have the food for, and if you try it, there's pikes. Archers, you probably don't have the time and resources to switch into, and if you try it, there's Bombard Cannons. Portuguese are just insane in these scenarios in sudden death. And we've now hit that stage where you can get away with some mistakes as well. This is where Lewis should buy more Feitorias and camp a little bit. But I think maybe there's some worry in his mind after how game number 2 ended, that if he doesn't make enough military, he will throw again. Because that's what happened in game 2, is he didn't spend his resource advantage. And now he's really trying to do that. Yeah, there's the second Feitoria. Yeah, it's perfect. 2 is better than, 0. So, you're ahead is my point. Like, your opponent can't do the same thing. So you're never going to feel bad about adding that. But Sebastian has added monks, and Sebastian's killed a couple Bombard Cannons over the last few moments. And the monks have redemption too, so maybe with a couple conversions and another big volley... maybe there's a chance. I mean, there's definitely still a chance you can just go for the TC. The TC's not that far away. Honestly, might be worth it to mix in petards. Lewis's units don't kill petards that quickly. Like, 5 to 10 petards with Bombard Cannons and monks and just send it. Lewis could also go for monks, but he lost his monasteries earlier. As his shots missed there, Lewis needs to maybe consider Lycav here. Sebastian's old man, moving like a man in his 20s with the micro. And yeah, he's pretty limber there. Lewis has lost a lot of pikes, but Lewis's bombard cannons still kind of the key here. And he's giving himself space. He's giving himself time. Lewis can be getting a lot of techs with this time. He did lose a lot of pikes, but I think he's still fine. And Sebastian's micro has gotten really good here. This is not easy to save all these units. More barracks for Lewis. Stables for Lewis. Light cap for Lewis. Yeah, it's a good move. You're up against monks. And you're up against bombard cannons. Stables from Sebastian. He is a couple on food. He's going to move villagers around to the food again. But he doesn't really have the food eco for Hussar spam. But, I mean, I don't hate it. Because Lewis is switching out of pikemen now. Lewis needs to re-wall this again. A gate here and a couple walls need to happen. Sebastian, props to him for staying in this. 2 Fatorias, could be 3 Fatorias very soon here for Lewis. I think you might want to stop there. Again, it takes away 20 pop space, so missing out on 60 pop space is probably fine. 80 pop space might be a bit painful. Would like to see the Halb upgrade for Lewis. Would like to see more cab upgrades for Lewis. He's doing all of that. And Sebastian, as of now, can run right in with Hussars. Lewis, please wall this. Like, oh, it would really be painful for him to lose this. So take the monasteries. That's a good play. He's still thinking about another Fatoria. I swear to God, man. Dude, wall this, man. Wall this. Come on, like, a gate and 2 stone walls. He's about to make a push here. He's about to make a push. He's about to show the light cav to Sebastian. Sebastian will see it. Sebastian will have his own cav. Sebastian still has the castle. But his monks are exposed now. His monks need to get into the castle. But the castle almost goes down. It actually still has enough HP to keep the monks safe. And now Lewis is falling back. He has no walls to fall back to. He only has 3 pikemen to protect. But he has enough light cav to protect as well, I think. He does take out 1, maybe 2 bombard cannons. That's fine. Oh, did he kill all the monks as well? I think he killed all the monks as well. That's huge. Yeah, and that was the moment. That's where Lewis says, oh, shoot, I should probably wall this. And so that luckily wasn't a game-losing mistake. And now he'll never make that mistake again. And again, Fatorias. Versus no Fatorias. Sebastian's making him work for this, but Lewis has got this game now, I think, guys. Don't want to speak too soon, because I said that, I think, in game 2, but it's just at that stage of the game, unless Sebastian goes for the spectacular. And Sebastian is researching Onager. So his plan would be to cut the trees and go for the TC. Which, I mean, he has an outpost here. He could Onager cut through and have a chance here, maybe. But he doesn't even have a mangonel yet. The castle's about to be pushed. I think this needed to happen much earlier. But maybe Lewis, because Lewis feels like he can never lose, Lewis might be very patient. He might be too patient. And if he's too patient, there might be enough time. Light cav come in, kill off a lot of these monks. Lewis building a castle in his wall now, which I don't hate. This would be the area Sebastian has to go from. Sebastian still doesn't have an Onager on the way. And Sebastian's bombard cannon's getting sniped again. Lewis has more villagers as well. Let's not forget that. So he has more vills and 2 Fatorias. He doesn't have the relics, but still. Lewis doesn't need a lot of consistent gold or stone income. He just needs to protect the cannons he has, make light cav and make halbs. The rest of the golds goes into more cannons. He'll be fine here. Where's the Onager being created from? Ooh, okay, over here. Well, we've seen some crazy upsets in this tourney. Sebastian has to keep Lewis very busy microing. Ooh, nice moves. Oh my god, that was disgusting. Not only did he do the moves around the halbs there, but he got around the bombard cannons, which is really hard to do. That gives him some time because Lewis has to mass up cannons again. Lewis is attacking cannons. Sebastian has to mass up cannons again, though. No, don't lose that one. 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 Oh. Guys. Sebastian is onager cutting. But Lewis is outposting. Yeah, both these players build so many outposts. It's been a weakness for others in this tournament. That outpost shows the cut. And that will eventually dawn on Lewis, I think. Actually, the onagers are just going to go kill the Vills, which I guess is good as well. But I think Lewis will probably look here and see... Yeah, this tells you that some crazy shenanigans are about to happen. And that you can't allow it. He's pushing the middle. He can push right to Sebastian's TC pretty quickly himself. So just need some more halbs and light cav over here. There's no way Sebastian will ever get through. And Sebastian cannot engage against these halbs right now. Halbs was a great call. I think if this was going to work, Sebastian needed to go way earlier. But he doesn't have a lot of siege. I mean, maybe Lewis opens the gate and he stands in it and then runs in and then runs in and then runs in and then runs in. Oh, but you never think of that as a player. That's actually a chance. He could have maybe tried that, brought the trebs. But this is a problem. This is a problem. Get ready to die, Sebastian. Prepare your final words because your TC's completely unprotected. Meanwhile, Lewis has bombard cannons for the castle. He's got light cav for the trebs. And he has his bombard cannons surrounded. And Lewis up 2-1. Guys, Lewis has had a great series, man. He's played super solid. Again, he was ahead in game number 2. Maybe threw that one a little bit. In this game, I think maybe the word throw is ever so slightly extreme for Sebastian. Because Lewis is always going to have the better civ if it continues on. But there was a moment where it looked good and then everything fell apart. Like here, he's ahead. If he's patient and he just continues on with bombard cannons and light cav, I think he has some opportunities. And then like this, I'm going to rewatch it. It's painful, so you might want to look away. He loses a bombard cannon before this. He loses a monk. He drops a castle. He loses his castle. And you're like, surely it can't get worse from this. He loses another bombard cannon. He loses another monk. Like, he just lost everything of value in the same 30 seconds. And if Sebastian was able to just take his time there, then I think Lewis is on the ropes. Like, Lewis is about to die there. That's what Sebastian was thinking. He still has the trebs. Like, the TC's in his sights. He just needed to keep his army alive there. So, I think, even without the castle, if his bombard cannons just get microed and his trebs get clicked to the TC, he maybe wins. And that can be the difference. So, but again, Lewis, the way he's built up, he's always had the better economic situation in every game so far. And you could see the difference here. So, well played. All right, so game 4, Sebastian obviously needs to win. He goes for the Koreans, which he's won with before. He played towards heavy skirms, heavy spears, and towers. That's usually what Koreans are good at here. On Palisade Socotra. You get 1 elephant. And there's always the chance the opponent could come steal your elephant. So usually you just play it safe and bring in your elephant right away. Lewis has done that. Let's hope that he remembers he hasn't built this house yet. And it looks like he has. There's also then the zebras to look for. And that's the other way of getting hunts. So there's not a lot of food compared to a normal game. And then there's the golden stone, which is always outside the walls. But, weird spawn Like, super weird spawn. Normally, you have a 5-tile gold, and then a little bit over here, you have 2 tiles. A little bit over here, you have 2 tiles. They both have 5 tiles of gold and 2 tiles of gold next to each other. So, like, this is their only gold areas, really. I mean, if Sebastian looks way over here, maybe he can get this. Or if Lewis finds this, maybe. But this is, like, pretty clear left side, front of their base. That's where most of the gold income's going to be. The positive, obviously, is you protect that area and you feel pretty comfortable. But you don't protect that area, you just lose everything. And Lewis sees the villager from Sebastian attacking the zebras. And he's spam clicking here. There's no loom from Sebastian. He thought he could get away. And Lewis is like, not today, pal. Beautiful job from Lewis to punish this. I love that. I actually think part of the benefit of having Armenians is the fact that you can come out here to the lamed hunt and just use a mule cart. So, the only question now is, will he come lame this himself? Because the Korean player can't use the mule cart. I think it's worth it. And I think, yeah, Ville's on the way for that. Someone says this map looks like Dave. I think Dave has way less trees than this. But that... yeah, maybe I can see the similarities. That's a cheap shot. Hold on. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Come on, man. That's rude. That's not funny. It's not funny. Lewis didn't have loom. Lion shows up to ruin the party. And now the villager's a little bit weaker, and Sebastian's out here. I think Lewis is got to decide to go home here. It was a nice idea, but you're already ahead after killing a vill. Don't lose a villager now and regret this. Oh, and don't lose your scout. Because there's some weird aspects of this generation we talked about. He does see this gold. He doesn't see any gold over here, so he will probably just end up finding this naturally, but... Sebastian now sees this gold, doesn't see this. But had he lost the scout, he wouldn't be able to find it, right? Interesting as well, Sebastian actually dropping a mill as part of the wall. I don't know if going for the mill wall is good against someone from the UK, but I think they might have some familiarity there. But I'm sure he's planning on making a mill eventually on the berries. I think a lumber camp is going to be needed eventually. So he's gone mill before lumber camp just to get as much food as possible. And Lewis will shoot this down. So I think I like the position for Lewis. He can bring in the hunt. I actually don't mind the second mule cart. It's a bit of an investment, but it's nothing crazy. He probably can go to berries now in a second. I just still wonder how this game is going to go with Lewis not having a scout to see if the opponent's on stone, to see where the opponent's on stone. Like, Sebastian should be able to go over here and scout this area and see, but I don't know. Recently, I've been seeing a lot of people lose this scout. Wouldn't expect it from Sebastian, but very small map here, so. The berries are blocking the gate. Is this a restart? It's not a restart, to my knowledge, but that is a good point. It is blocking the gate. It's not blocking the most important gate, which is the front gate. But yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. I guess it's only blocking the gate until you eat the berries. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to have a big effect in how this plays out, so. Very observant, though, Routine Tom. It's partially blocking it for Sebastian, I guess. All right, so this is what I mean. The scouting. And now he should be able to think about this and say, based on what he's seen, there might not be any other available gold for Lewis. Especially if he finds this, you've got a full focus on pressuring this gold, man. Lewis will plan on taking the golds. Lewis is going fast castle, which is extremely risky, but again, at least with the mule cart, if you do get pressured, you can just wheel away. It's not as big a commitment. I think he's going fast castle into churches, because the churches are insanely overpowered. But Sebastian He's coming with villagers right now. And he's ready to build a tower that'll deny this gold. And this is a risky fast castle for Lewis. There's not that much food on this map. You're kind of counting on having gold income. So you're able to then buy food to go up. Lewis sees this. He could Vil Rush this. He does see it. Does he choose to engage in a Vil War? Tower's being walled up. He hasn't moved. He hasn't moved. I assume he sees it, and he will just pull the Vils. This is where if you had the scout, you could just wheel over here and take the gold. Or if you had another map, you have another 2-tile gold here. But because the 2-tile golds have spawned right next to their main golds, you don't really have the option to move around much. Lewis is going to go to the stone now. I mean, that's better than nothing. And then he'll just house wall here, move these villagers over here. If he didn't have a mule cart civ, this would be so much worse. The mules are insanely strong here. I mean, I kind of feel like Lewis doesn't have to go fast castle from here. Just make a barracks, make some skirms. Just adapt a little bit. There's no military from Sebastian. If you play into military now, it could be decent. Sebastian sees he's on stone now. Sebastian will wall up the towers. And Sebastian will try and pressure him on the stone. Sebastian's going to feel like, you know, with the market blacksmith, this is a problem. And he needs to take him off the stone now. I would not have hated Lewis canceling the fast castle idea. Planning around some army right now. He doesn't even have the stone for a defensive tower because he just sold his stone. And Sebastian's coming with Vils. We're about to have a Vil War here. Vil War is better than having to build a tower if you're Sebastian because you just don't want your opponent to take stone. Lewis, I would have liked some deviation to the plan here, my dude. Trying to go fast castle with crumbs, with peanuts. I mean, this is... You might make it to Castle Age. It's not going to be fast anymore. You're stoneless. You're goldless. You're berryless. Tower goes up on 2 of your farms as well. And now he's going for a counter tower, but his opponent's tower is up so quick. So this is super risky. He can complete his tower, but it's far from ideal. Sebastian's not really focusing the tower on different villagers here. This is exactly what Sebastian wants. Sebastian's also making archers now. Sebastian has played this perfectly. He'll build another tower behind this. In case Lewis tries to pressure with villagers. And that's exactly what Lewis wants to do as well. Lewis wants to batter this down. Sebastian says, no, you don't. Quick walls. Yes, you do. Because he needs to save his villager. Lewis can't Vil Rush here. You cannot Vil Rush here. You'll lose all your villagers. Sebastian has the wood upgrade. Sebastian has access to stone. Sebastian has access to gold. Sebastian has the map. Like, Sebastian doesn't have farms or anything yet. It's been very aggressive. But, I mean, he can do that. And at least, like, if there was a positive for Lewis, he's now not trying the fast castle so he can stay in feudal age and, like, fight. But he decided on this far too late, so he doesn't have a barracks. He doesn't have any plan, really. He doesn't have stone. He doesn't have gold. And so what does he have? He's got spirit. What he lacks in access to resources and technology, he has in spirit and fight and determination. And, hopefully he's ready to lose a few more villagers here. So far, he's lost 6. Okay. All right. I mean... Okay. This is going well? Question mark? It's... Okay, if you could think of one word to describe this current situation for Lewis. It might be... One word is tough. What about 2 words? Less than ideal. Yeah, disaster. It's not good. Sebastian's punished him perfectly. I think from here, Sebastian needs to be happy with the damage he's done and focus on his own economy a little bit more. This has come at a cost, which gives Lewis some ways to come back. He does not have a lot of food eco himself. I would have really liked to see him on gold for more archers. Like, the fact that he isn't on gold right now hurts. Being on gold for 2 archers over here, and Lewis, you know, struggles. But if at first you don't succeed, try again, they say. And so here comes Lewis again to push the double tower. And, I mean, he has to take down the towers. It looks bad, but he has no other choice. The other towers are walled in. So he's trying. And, he's still only 3 vills behind. Fletching is now in. Sebastian could lose a bunch of villagers if the towers do go down. Lewis is going to lose another. He's going to lose another. He's taking down the 1 tower. Sebastian won't realize Fletching is in. Sebastian has 0 farming eco. Look at the difference in res collected. It's actually close. Lewis has villagers running over here. I mean, if Lewis can build a mill here, build a barracks, build some military units, maybe it's feasible. Sebastian's eco is crazy imbalanced. Gotta appreciate the fight from Lewis. Obviously, the eco KD is horrible. Also, sneaky stone here from Lewis. He's able to find some stone there. See, that's a risk he maybe could have taken a little bit earlier if he had his scout to see this gold. Or, well, he actually knows about this gold. Yeah, that would be... Lewis sneaking around would be interesting. Pushing back the tower again. Lewis still using the market for everything he can. Lewis will drop another tower now. Is this winnable? Is it coming home? A lot of weak vills for Sebastian. Lewis will bring villagers to fight again. Lewis's tower will go up. We have a gate. We have vill fighting now from Sebastian as well. Guys, this could get real messy real quick. We could see a dozen vills die on either side. On both sides. What a mess. Lewis needs to notice his villagers on the gate are still dying. Sebastian needs an outpost to notice those 2 villagers are on stone, but it's still only 2. And Sebastian now having archers to put in the towers, or literally send anywhere, like go over here, should be a game-deciding move if he moves there. He just, I guess, isn't thinking about it now because he's so focused on the tower war, but you get into the back with archers and Lewis is dead. He wants to stack up those towers again. I think that tower is too close, though, right? Also, towers, I know they've done a lot this game, but their projectiles are so inaccurate. You got those villagers getting destroyed by 5 villagers in a tower, and nothing's happening. Is Lewis winning? Is Lewis winning this game right now? I mean, not winning. Is he alive? He's trying to reclaim his stone. Building another tower now. I don't know, man. I mean, all of his towers are protecting the same area. And now there's archers. And he still won't be able to take this stone. And Sebastian will kill yet another villager if Lewis isn't careful. And Sebastian still only has just these villagers on stone, which... Or, sorry, Lewis only does, which Sebastian can maybe see now. Still can't see it. And he's mining this stone, so he'll never go over there. Another tower. Lewis snagging double bit axe, which is always nice. Yeah, now Sebastian will realize there's this much eco over here, and that's where the archers will go eventually, I'm thinking. But for now, it's still putting the archers in the towers, which means he doesn't have as many idle villagers as Lewis. Another tower. This kind of reminds me of like 2017. No, it would have been the first HD expansion. Maybe it wasn't the first HD expansion. It was one of them. It introduced arrow slits. The original arrow slits. Basically, towers were so strong, Tato just tower rushed the entire tournament and won the tournament. Had some really funny rage quits from a player who doesn't play too much these days, Spring, because he and Tato would tower rush him so many times. Literally, the whole game was just tower v tower v tower v tower. There was nothing else. It was really boring. But it kind of reminds me of that. Sebastian's on the way up. Free guard tower. Will come in when he makes it to Castle H. And Lewis hasn't clicked. And honestly, it was maybe a bit stubborn not to adapt his plan initially. I am impressed that he's been able to take back this much ground after losing as much as he has. It still just isn't going to be enough, I think, and we will go to that 5th game. Yeah, Vivi was top 5, but Vivi's tower rush was a little bit different. Vivi wouldn't only towers. It was towers would set up knights. The Vivi tower rush play, I kind of love the fact that stuff like that was viable. We still had our meta scouts. We still had, I guess Man-at-Arms was kind of dead, but Lewis still no golds. I think maybe Sebastian will come take this stone soon, and then he'll realize the vills are there, so then Lewis will have no stone. Lewis probably will tap out once he sees Castle Age comes in. But let's see. Let's see. I've been wrong about a lot of things today. Castle Age is in. Other towers on the way up. All of the towers from Lewis will be shot down. Sebastian still has not noticed the villagers there on stone. And Lewis is like, I got wood, bruh. All I need is some wood with Armenians. I'm good. It looks like now he's trying to sneak down here to this gold. Not sure where he's going. He's desperate, obviously. And Sebastian is buying and selling to get enough stone for a castle. And will drop a castle in front of the TC. This castle completes. It ranges the town center. And Lewis has got a countdown to survive. Lewis is gonna rush it? He's buying stone? This is not ideal. But hey, it's sudden death. Anything can happen. Where are we going, pal? It's a distraction. He's gonna go sneak church drop. Yeah, church rush. You better watch out, Sebastian. You're about to get churched. I mean, Lewis, churches are... They build pretty fast, but that's... I'm not so sure about that one. Hey, he's trying, guys. Have a heart. He's trying. I respect it. He's dead. But I respect it. I think this is the right play. Build one church. Hope to build another one. Break in. The TC isn't down. It isn't over till it's over. Sebastian doesn't have any defense here, really. Maybe he'll bring some wagons to defend. But if Sebastian loses this game, I'd be very, 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 very surprised. Just not quite enough from Lewis. Double church doesn't even range the area, so like, he's not even going to break through. And his TC's already halfway down. Sebastian's massing petards. And Lewis will run out of wood to repair here, so yeah. Great series. Really good series. It's been back and forth. The theme really has been Sebastian's more aggressive. The defense has worked for Lewis twice, and it hasn't worked twice. So, and the 5th game is on Koala, which is a pretty aggressive map. I think both have really good civs for it. And I think it will be a solid game, but Lewis is still not... He refuses to resign. Conversions on wagons. Okay, he converts a wagon. Hype. Hype. GG. Hey, we want people to play on until the TC's destroyed, right? We've had people call GG before their TC gets destroyed one too many times. Lewis does it for the viewers. He's a man of the people. And GG. So, yeah, I think in that game, Sebastian's build just punished the fast castle very nicely. I would have loved to see Lewis realize early, like, okay, I'm not going to fast castle here. Maybe I can play tower defense, but also make some skirms. Also, like, invest and stay in feudal age. Maybe get some counterattacks and whatnot. But I do think in many ways it was also unfortunate. Maybe he could have adapted his game plan because of it, but all the gold being here meant he couldn't mule cart around to other golds. Other generations have those 2 tiles of gold spread out elsewhere. So, yeah, Sebastian looked good. All right, so game 5. We can't really talk strategy right now because it's all about the lane. I think that Sebastian picked Aztecs primarily for the strength with the lane. The Eagle is always stronger than the Scout, and you know those boars are going to be on the front. We also have a villager on the way for Sebastian, and he's got a debate on if he wants to take that boar. Lewis is almost expecting him, baiting him to take that boar, but it's not happening. Sebastian will take 2 pigs. Sebastian's bringing the Vil, and Sebastian will at least try and prevent Lewis from taking that for now. Villager has loom. Villagers will shoot down the deer, so the deer will start to decay here. And then the boar is actually an option. I've seen it before. It's game 5. High risk, high reward. But if you have 3 boars to 1, really slows down the Ketons. And this civ is dangerous. If they get to feudal age in a smooth state, they're really difficult to beat. All right, so Sebastian's walling up his Vil. He'll start to shoot the boar now. Lewis was coming to take it. He already took the other boar in early. Boar is on the way down. But if the boar goes down, it can still be eaten right next to the mill, which isn't necessarily horrible. And Lewis got a hit on it. It's going after his Vil now, I think. Wait, what the? Boar, get mad! Oh, what the? That's so weird, dude. Now it's going after the eagle? What the hell is that? Like, the villager was shooting it, and the boar wasn't, like, reacting to the villager for some reason. And now Sebastian's eagle takes damage, and he would have never lost this eagle otherwise. And he's going to lose his eagle warrior. That's really good for Lewis, I think. He was never... Sebastian was just trying to kill the boar. The boar is normally interacting and reacting to the villager that's shooting it. And for some reason, it went after the eagle. That eagle, even if it's weak, can normally be brought home and healed up. You can also then use that eagle to push in your deer as well. I think that's acceptable for Lewis. The one thing that is not acceptable is throughout all the chaos, he's forgot a very important building. And we've all been there, but it's game 5. And, that's so painful, bro. He forgot a house. And he's got to build the house. And he'll finish the house. Yeah, all things considered, his boar has died right next to his mill. So it's not like he's losing a ton of food on that. His scout is still alive, so he can see what his opponent's doing. I think that's fine. And I would like to see Lewis go feudal age here, open with scouts, and adapt from there. We have seen some people try fast castles on this map, but with the Ketons, I think you want to have the pastures as soon as possible. And you can break through walls pretty quickly with the double forging as well. I actually think full feudal age scouts from Lewis can win him this game. Because Sebastian is only going to expect like maybe 2 scouts or 3 scouts or 4 scouts if he shows walls. And he'll prep enough spears for that, but he's not going to prep enough spears for like 15 scouts. Getting ahead of myself here, talking about 15 scouts, but... Why didn't he take the boar with the scout? Well, if he tries that, the scout from Lewis is full HP, and he would block it. and he would kill it. So trying to steal the boar with the eagle there when Lewis is waiting around would probably result in the eagle dying. And then the boar isn't dead, and then Lewis can just bring it in, so... Fun fact, by the way, it's not needed here, of course, but you can build pastures before a mill is built, which is not how farms work. So if you're ever in a really bad state, or maybe you're going archers or something, you don't actually have to build the mill. I drushed the Khitan player in one of my games, and I was like, oh, this is great, because he's going to be so late to pastures because he didn't build a mill yet, and he was just sitting here with 2 to 3 pastures. He didn't even need a mill. So it's actually really strong, especially because I think pastures are still kind of OP. But there's sometimes some arguments to maybe go for them. So Sebastian's walling up. He's got gold and stone in the back. He's walked to the deer, which again, he would have pushed in no problem had he not had that unfortunate situation with the boar. And Lewis is going fast castle. Fast castle into scouts could be a really solid option for him. This has been what the last few koala games have been. No more feudal age shenanigans. It's lame. And lame and fast castle. So I would assume Sebastian will center his strategy around monks. But again, I think you pick the Aztecs solely so the lame can play a big role, and I don't think the lame did that much. At least compared to what could have happened here. I have never fast castled in such a scenario with the Khitans, though. Like, obviously, Lewis is fairly intuitive and adaptive and should be able to manage it, but the amount of times I've seen Aztecs turn into this is too many to count. Probably like 1,000. I know how that works, right? Market blacksmith, you're selling her the stone. I can get an assessment that it's going to be tough for Sebastian, but he can probably make it work. For Lewis, I'm not sure. I feel like you need more villagers in Dark Age to make this work if you're going to go stable. Because while the pastures are really strong, once they get going, they are still 100 wood. So let's see. Amazing for Lewis, he has the scout to see what Sebastian's doing, and Sebastian doesn't have the same. Lewis has been ahead in res collected the whole game. We'll see if that continues to be the case, but I would say with pastures being there, it probably should be. Neither player's been able to wall in the 3 relics. That's a big part of why this map is fast castle, because you just it's just so easy to get those 3 relics. Game 5, what's up, Steels? You picked a good time to get here. Lewis still not clicking up. Now he needs the market. He still needs a blacksmith, or he still needs a stable. So like I said, it's just not the easiest, smoothest build for him. I really don't hate being faster or later to Castle Age, though. It's fine. Like, you're not going to get pushed immediately. Your eco will be super smooth because you have more vills. We'll see Sebastian's just now building a barracks, so again, he's got some time. What's up, Spaz? Thanks for 3 years, man. Let's go. Thank you. I'm good, man. I'm good. And now Lewis will click up. But now it's just pasture city. Just pasture and pasture and pasture. And I think once you're past your 10th pasture, that's where it becomes noticeably strong. It becomes insane. Right now he's at 5. And there's no bonus. It's not like you go past 10, it somehow upticks, but it's noticeable in terms of the feel. So Sebastian coming forward now. He's made an eagle. He's bringing another vill. Is he going to have the balls to drop a monastery next to these relics? Okay. It seems super risky. There's no way he's just going to try and take these right off the doorstep, right? I don't know why the Ville's here otherwise, though. Like, why would you bring the villager if you're not going to? Now I'm confused. I mean, Lewis needs to get forging for the double forging. Lewis can't be fighting this yet. The villager's just now walking home? That would be so confusing. So confusing. And Sebastian maybe trying to mind game him a little bit. I mean, that's mind gamed me. And, oh! Oh my god, what a play there. He's about to send his monks out this way. That's a crazy play. Double gate, house, stops the pathing of the scouts. They have to path the whole way around now, and he can get his relics real quick, which is huge with Aztecs. But this is not the matchup that I think the Aztecs have an easy time engaging in. I think Light Cav and Lancer is amazing against Eagles and Monks. And it's so easy for the Khitans to afford it as well. So I think Sebastian maybe needs to back up now. I don't like the matchup. Would have preferred Khmer, but let's see. Sebastian's taking some really big risks here. Lewis has forging, which is double with this civ. And they nerfed, when they first introduced this civ to the game, it was like the first time in a long time I've been agreeing with random commenters. Like, yeah, this civ is pay to win. This civ was insane when it was released. The nerf they did to the Khitans, though, didn't really nerf the pastures much. It just nerfed their Dark Age eco. So pastures are still insane. And again, Aztecs, it's kind of an old OP thing. Aztec monks and Aztec relics. 3 relics in the bank for Aztecs brings them so much gold. And their monks are really tanky long term, so. But what are you going to use as the buffer? The protection is supposed to be pikes or eagles, and that's where the lancers can shine with all the extra attack. And he's trying to fall back behind the walls. My mouse died. Okay, Lewis, you take us. Lewis, never lose these units, please. 1 second, guys. Oh god, I knocked over my drink. I'm just getting my cord set up here. 1 second. 1 second. I'm plugging my mouse in. We're saved. Okay, we're back. We're back. Close game. Lewis is ever so slightly ahead with the res collected. He's just now getting relics for himself. Still hasn't gone for +2 attack, but he doesn't necessarily need that right now. The Light Cav are looking for monks, but there's no other relics on the map, so the monks actually don't move out. Like, if it was arena, you'd see the monks moving around, but Sebastian's just being patient. They're both just going to build up for a massive snowball, and it will just truly come down to, can Sebastian convert every Lancer? Eagles in front to protect from Light Cav, and then hope the conversions come in. Lewis needs devotion. He needs devotion, and he needs to have that iron casting upgrade. If he's engaging without either of those, it's a risk he doesn't need to be taking. Look at the gate situation. Every time Lewis shows up on one side, Sebastian moves to the other. That's so wild. It's so smart. There's no way that was, like, part of the initial plan, too, right? Like, I mean, maybe it was. I want to see him wall in his monks up against the wood line. That'd be interesting. Build, like, a couple walls there, and you sit there in that spot, and even Lancers can't hit you. That would be next level stuff. Monks are about to have 60 HP with all the HP bonuses of the Aztecs. Lewis has so much army. He should be able to kill this right now. He's going in. He's going in. He's backing away. Guys, every one of us, me, you, every one of us dies in Sebastian's position. If we take over control right now, it's game over. It's not even close. Like, one patrol from Lewis, I feel like we would die so hard. Let's see, though. There's so little protection. There's 5 units. 5. It's not like it's 10 or 15. He barely has anything protecting these, and Lewis is still so scared. Lewis is sending the Lancers this way. Let's see if the distraction pays off. He's starting to get rammed at home, but he has a Mangonel there. Lancers are going to be through. Sebastian needs a quick building. Oh, and he gets a house down, a game-saving house. Maybe series-saving, and now the Light Cav are being converted, and now the Lancers are in. The Lancers are in. There was a palisade that went down. The Lancers are massacring. No conversion on the Monk. Lewis kills 8 villagers. Sebastian could be completely cooked here. He's brought his monks home, but he's losing them without conversions, and now he's losing his wood line. Lewis is going to do it unless Sebastian can kill him right now. Sebastian's dead at home. That raid from Lewis was sick. So he didn't engage against the monks. He didn't engage against the eagles. He sent everything he could at the eco. Beautiful move from Lewis. Just Civ is so dangerous. They do so much damage so fast. But now, Sebastian knows he'll die in the long term. And Lewis sacrificed all of his army for that. Is there a chance that Sebastian can kill the TC right now? 0 on wood for Sebastian. 0 on gold for the last few moments. There need to be pikemen and eagles around to protect right now. Yeah, it's game over. Game over. Lewis will win. Against Ketons, you can't be going monks, man. Everything will die so fast. Beautiful play from Lewis. Lewis mops up every monk. Lewis will take down the siege. And Lewis in this sudden death setting, playing super relaxed under pressure, and Lewis gets the job done. Well played. You know, I was concerned for Lewis's mentality if he lost this game. Or not his mentality if he lost the game, but like, you know, how he would feel after the series if he lost this game because of game number 2. Game number 2, he needed 2 or 3 more units there, and he probably wins that one so easily. So I felt like there would have been a lot of regret there. You could argue if this was a playoff 5, this should have been like a 4-1 or something for Lewis today. Sebastian, I think, took a risk. He wanted the lame to have more of an effect there, and it didn't work out. And yeah, it didn't work out. And I think in the mid game here, the whole Eagle Monk play is very, very difficult to make work against Light Cav and Lancer. Light Cav and Lancer is one of the best comps against it. So I was surprised he picked Aztecs, and I think he got punished there. I think if it's Khmer Ketons are still strong, but I think Khmer are a lot closer in that regard. But maybe that's just a player preference thing. Either way, when you guys drew up the brackets with Sudden Disaster 2, you probably wouldn't have predicted what our semifinals look like. We've had a lot of big runs from players who are very good, but you would not have predicted be top 4. And I love Lewis, but I don't think I would have predicted him going to the semifinals. So congrats to him. He can maybe take the whole thing now and keep the momentum rolling. Chat, I'm going to spoil what happened earlier today. I'm going to spoil what happened yesterday in case you aren't caught up. I need to pull up the bracket here just to show you what the semifinal matchups look like. But there'll be 2 very fun, very intense semifinals. 2 best of 5s that will be tomorrow. And yeah, spoiler alert. So after Hart destroyed Yo earlier, just destroyed Yo and played very well, he will be in the semifinal against Lewis. And then it will be Sorakuma after his reverse sweep. I mean, Sorakuma's had some crazy sets. First one maybe wasn't so tough, but he won 3-2 against Mihai. He won 3-2 against Margugu. And then he won 3-2 against Classic Pro, and he was down 2-0. So yeah, it'll be Sorakuma against freaking Andy. And so I think Andy and Hart are the favorites, but I think Sorakuma and Lewis have shown that they can get the job done when they're not the favorites, right? Lewis doing it against Barrows, doing it against Sebastian maybe, are 2 examples of that. Maybe even against Valis. So, yeah, should be fun. Should be fun.